Hey everyone. Are you a glass is half empty or a glass is half full kind of person? Some of us are closer to Tigger than Eeyore. A few weeks ago, the New York Times wrote an article about how people are feeling, and they identified four main feelings: anxious, hopeful, exhausted, angry. And we're taking a couple weeks to look at each of these feelings. I think most of us can relate to feeling anxious, exhausted, or angry, but some of us, we're feeling hopeful. And maybe it's due to some things changing over the past few weeks. Your business opened, your job situation or home situation stabilized. Summer is in full swing, and maybe you went on a mini vacation. You're just hopeful. Hope is a very, very powerful thing. Personally, I'm a pretty planned out person. I have specific goals for every area of my life. Well, then this hits and everything changed for me, which because of that, it's really hard for me to be hopeful. King Solomon had some things to say about the importance of hope in our lives. He wrote this in Proverbs 29. He said, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." Another time, he wrote, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life." Hope breathes life into our lives, especially during difficult seasons. But hope in the wrong thing can be very painful. One of my kids used to say, "Dad, you just need to put hope down." And what he meant was, why put hope in anything or anyone? Because eventually you're just going to be disappointed. And I bet all of us have been disappointed by someone or something. But listen to what the Apostle Paul wrote about hope. And as I read this, notice the progression. It is so challenging and yet so practical for us during this season. Romans chapter 5, he wrote, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that sufferings produce endurance. And endurance produces," listen to this, "character. And out of that character produces hope." Peter said this about hope. He said, "But in your hearts revere or honor Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect." I love this because it reminds me of where our hope should be. This is the season of shifting sand. I mean, everything just keeps moving. Money, the economy, stock market, jobs, government, school decisions, science. Jesus is the last God standing and the only one worth putting our hope in. He will never, ever let us down. Can I give a word to those who are hopeful? Don't forget to listen to those who aren't, because there are a lot of people right now who don't feel very much hope. Encourage them, yes, but don't fix. Just encourage and listen. And can I give a word to those who are less than hopeful right now? Our hope is in Jesus. That's it. There's an empty tomb to prove that no matter what is happening, and there's so much that's going on right now, we can trust him. And he has promised mercy and grace each day if we do. And I pray you will lean into that today. At the beginning of COVID, we did a series called Fear Not. There's a link to it below. I want to encourage you to check it out. But I also want to encourage you to share this with your one or whoever else you might know needs some hope right now. My prayer is that God will use it to bring hope and help into your life and theirs.